Now, as a business owner, one of the things that I've had to struggle with my entire life has been anxiety attacks or panic attacks that have affected me. They're different, but I've had to deal with both. And in this video, I generally teach people about how to start an online business, but in this video, I want to take a little time to show you how to overcome fear in 30 seconds and some techniques that I've learned and that I put into practice to help me overcome, fear and anxiety, which are, unfortunately for me, kind of common occurrences in my, running my business because I don't have any employees, so I'm completely responsible for my future. So if you want to bear with me, I'm going to go over the techniques of why this happens in this video and how you can get rid of this like that. Let's check it out. Now, I'm not talking about fear like zombies. What I'm talking about, when I mention fear, I'm talking about fear coming from your brain and, reasons that you might get fear or anxiety in, just everyday life could be anything from, if you're approaching a pretty girl and you're going to talk to them, or you're approaching your wife and you're worried that, they're going to criticize you, or you are doing something new in business or forming a new business relationship and you're wondering if that person is going to take money from you or not deliver services, or whatever that fear may be, or even, being near an animal, a coyote is running down the street. These are all things that we can get fearful of. And, for me personally, it happens a lot in business because I'm constantly doing new things. I'm responsible for my entire business, which, is now quite substantial. And, to keep it running, I'm constantly having to do new things. Now, what you've got to understand about fear is it manifests itself in three ways. The first part is it manifests itself in your physiology. When you get, if you think about it, when you are, whether it's, approaching a beautiful girl or man or whatever it is, that you want to talk to. And, oftentimes when we get fearful or when we get anxiety, our shoulders slump forward and our eye contact generally goes down. You don't see a fearful person walking around like this with a big smile on their face. You see them slumped down and generally hunched a little bit over. What also happens when you're hunched down is your breathing. You get less oxygen in your whatever it is, your chest, your lungs. That's the word, lungs. And you don't get as much oxygen there, so you have smaller breaths and no eye contact. Now, the next way that fear manifests itself or anxiety manifests itself in our brain is in our focus. Where are our thoughts? And where our thoughts often go is in, it can be judgments. It can be projecting other people's thoughts. I wonder what she's thinking of me. I wonder if she thinks I'm fat, or does she think I'm a douchebag? I bet she's looking at me and just thinking, what a pathetic guy. Do I have gray hairs in my beard? I don't know. Do I look like a bum? Is my hair over my face, or, is what I'm wearing look tacky? All of these things, these judgments, our focus goes into oftentimes projecting judgments. It goes into these unknown scenarios that we can't control. Is this person this person I'm trying to do business with, do they actually care about me? Are they just saying things to, try to get my money? Can I really trust this person? Does this person have my best interests in heart? Are they who they say they are? What are they thinking? And when you start focusing on what another person is thinking, hypothetical scenarios, you're in anxiety, baby. You're in that fear place. And fear and anxiety are the same. They're two sides of the same coin. Anxiety is the achiever's word for fear, okay? Anxiety and stress are the same thing. And stress is the achiever's word for anxiety. And all of them are related to fear, and fear of failure, fear of judgment. Now, the third way that fear manifests itself in ourselves is, it's in our body, right? It's in our thoughts. We're projecting what other people are thinking. We're projecting their judgments on us. And it's also in our internal language, the language you either speak to yourself in your mind or the language that comes out when you're talking to others. Oh, I can't. I'm too busy right now. Oh, I don't think I could do that, or I'm not that type of person, or that I'm not good enough, and unfortunately, I see comments all the time on my YouTube channel. I get a lot of mean ones, but I get a lot of comments of people that I think they're depressed or whatever, anxiety or fear. They're saying, oh, I'm not good enough, or watching this makes me feel like shit, or whatever it is, because they have this negative self-talk. And the language you use for yourself, if you say, oh, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, oh, that's not for me, I couldn't sell anything, I don't know how to learn new skills, I'm not smart enough to do that or do an internet business, then what happens is we are dragging ourselves down. And if you talk to yourself like that, you will make it true. Your words have power. Your words have power. And if you use that power to bring yourself down, then nobody else is going to be able to lift you up. But fortunately, there is a way to change things. And let me explain to you how you can change those 3 things really easily. So this may feel uncomfortable to some of you, but you just gotta do it. And the first thing is, if you are not crazy, you're gonna change something. And the easiest way to change all 3, because it's a triad, our focus, our language, our physiology, they are all connected. And by the end of this video, by the way, I'm going to give you a special hack that I use, which is just this on Supercharge, that I've used to not only give myself more, change this whole triad, but give myself more confidence in business and relationships as well. Now, the way to change this whole triad, our language, our focus, and our physiology, you only actually need to change one. There is one domino that knocks over the other 2. And the easiest one to fix is actually, it's our physiology, okay? Now, if you go about life and you are slumped, if you're looking down and you're not making eye contact, how many of you have been in an awkward situation where you use this as a way to distract yourself from the person you're talking about? This gesture where you're talking to somebody and then you're just kind of like, and you don't know why you're looking at your phone, but you just brought it out because you wanted to break eye contact with the person or you're feeling awkward. How many people have done that before? And please type in "I'm guilty" in the comments right there if you have done the maneuver where you bring out the cell phone excuse for no particular reason. Because I'm guilty. I've done that before. But let me know in the comments if you've done that before. I'm guilty. Now, the way to change things up, it is a little awkward at first, but you just roll your shoulders back, okay? Take a few deep breaths. Everything comes out of our breathing. And I learned this when, I go to therapy every week, and I'm proud to go to therapy. My wife is a marriage and family therapist. And I believe everybody needs a therapist, actually. But breathing is one of the biggest ways you can change your physiology. And when you roll your shoulders back, you allow yourself to take in more breath. And keep that eye contact. If you're doing business, it'll reflect well on you. If you're trying to get in a relationship or you're in one, maintaining that eye contact. Soft, not stare, right? Soft eye contact will help you come across as more confident. And if you're going to work out, or you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to eat healthier, and you don't want to pig out or carb out or on fats or whatever your junk You know, fats are not bad, but you don't want to pig out. Breathing will help you energize you and reset everything that's going on. Start it all with breathing. And you'll have more confidence. Your body will reset. And what happens is kind of weird and crazy is your negative focus on projecting other people's thoughts and your negative language in negative self-talk, saying you aren't good enough, you can't do this, this is too hard, you're not smart enough, you're not rich enough, you're not whatever enough, will actually melt away. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it is. If you think that's pretty crazy, type in "that's pretty crazy" if you followed along with me so far in the comments below. Now, that's been my trick. I use this technique. It seems really banal and it's simple. It seems so simple, right? It seems so simple, but it's something in the moment when you're feeling that fear or anxiety to really kind of trigger and just snap out of that state you're in. It's hard. Because when that, whatever it is, that coyote comes running down the street, or when you make eye contact with that beautiful girl and you want to look away down on your phone so you don't have to endure the fear of rejection, just keep that eye contact and breathe. And it's hard in the moment, but you do it and it becomes a routine, it becomes a rhythm, and you will get through so many hard situations and it will change the outcome of many things in your life. Now, a little personal admittance is I used to have anger problems, and I went through anger management a couple years ago because I was very hard on myself and I projected that to other people. Those same expectations that I was failing myself on, I projected it to other people. I actually learned this technique there. I've learned it many places. I've learned it from Tony Robbins, talks about this as well as anger management. So I use this same technique when I'm starting to feel triggered in a certain situation. Now, if you got some value from this, please hit the subscribe button, just slam that, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified of live streams. I do live streams on a somewhat frequent, infrequent basis, depends on how I'm feeling, but you can check them out. And also make sure to give this video a big fat like. I do a lot of trainings on this channel about how you can achieve freedom in your life, either by starting a business, tactics to do that, and also just ways that you can really, I just question the norm and the society's, social mores they've put on us. Now, the special hack that I was talking about beforehand is getting, reducing fear and anxiety overall and just increasing confidence. Really, a lot of it, you saw the power of physicality. You saw the power of just breathing and being in your body, rolling back your shoulders, standing straight up. Your body is an amazing thing, and treating it like such is going to give you so much help in all areas of your life. Now, I'm not a Nazi about, doing all these crazy diets and whatnot, but getting in your body, doing sports, being physical, exercising each day, push-ups, doing something to get your energy flowing throughout your body is a way to achieve more confidence. It's a way to achieve more energy. And I believe it's had outstanding results for me, not just in, my business, helping me have that confidence, the personal confidence that it takes to run a solo business, but also the confidence it takes to, meet women, My wife is a beautiful woman, and, being able to marry her, marry a woman like her is something I'm so lucky for. And I believe, a little bit of confidence went a long way in that situation. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. Let's make this happen.